My name is BlackBerry, and I was once the king. Before the world of touchscreens and app stores, there was me. I was the one you reached for first thing in the morning, and the last thing you saw at night. My story began in a small Canadian town, Waterloo, with a company called Research in Motion, or RIM. We started with pagers, simple little devices that let people send messages. But we had a bigger dream. We wanted to put email in your pocket, untethered from your desk. In 1999, I was born. My first real form was the BlackBerry 850, a two-way pager. It wasn't much to look at, but it was revolutionary. Suddenly, you could get your emails anywhere. People were hooked, but the real magic, the thing that made me a legend, was my keyboard. That full QWERTY keyboard, with its satisfying click-clack, made typing a dream. We called the keys frets, like a guitar, and you played them like a virtuoso. Business professionals, politicians, celebrities. Everyone wanted me. I was a status symbol, the ultimate tool for productivity. They even coined a term for my addictive nature, crackberry. I was in the White House, on Wall Street, and in the hands of every CEO. I connected people in a way no one had before. My secure messaging system, BBM, was the original social network. That little red light blinking on my corner? It was a Pavlovian signal, a promise of a new message, a new connection. I was on top of the world. At my peak, I had over 80 million users and commanded nearly half of the smartphone market in the US. I felt invincible. I was the standard. I was the future. Then, in 2007, everything changed. A man in a black turtleneck stood on a stage in San Francisco and introduced a device with no physical keyboard. Just a single, giant screen. He called it the iPhone. Honestly, at first, we laughed. A phone without a real keyboard. How could anyone type on that? It seemed like a toy, a fragile piece of glass for consumers, not for serious people. We were the professional's choice. We had security, reliability, and that glorious keyboard. We thought our enterprise customers would never leave us. But we underestimated the allure of that shiny new toy. We failed to see that the world was changing. People didn't just want a tool for work. They wanted a device for their entire life. They wanted games, videos, and a million apps for a million different things. The App Store was a universe we hadn't even imagined building. We were so focused on perfecting what we did best, email and security, that we missed the bigger picture. The world was moving from productivity to possibility, and we were standing still. We tried to fight back. We launched the BlackBerry Storm, our first touchscreen device. It was a disaster. Instead of a smooth glass surface, we created a clickable screen that was clumsy and unintuitive. It was a desperate attempt to merge our old identity with this new world, and it failed spectacularly. While Android and iOS were building vibrant ecosystems, our own app world felt like a ghost town. Developers flocked to the new platforms, leaving us behind. The decline was slow, then terrifyingly fast. One by one, our loyal followers began to switch. The blinking red light was replaced by push notifications on a glowing glass screen. Corporate clients, once our stronghold, started allowing their employees to bring their own devices, their iPhones and Androids, to work. The very foundation of my kingdom was crumbling. We launched BlackBerry 10, a modern operating system that many said was genuinely good, but it was too little, too late. The world had already moved on. The crackberry was no longer addictive. Losing my crown was painful. I went from being a global icon to a punchline. Each quarterly report felt like another nail in the coffin. The factories that once hummed with activity fell silent. The brilliant minds who built me were forced to leave. It was a humbling, heartbreaking fall from grace. In 2016, we made the painful decision to stop making our own hardware. The keyboard, my soul, was gone. But my story isn't just about a fall. It's also about survival. I had to let go of the king I once was to become something new. I shed my physical form and focused on my original strength, software and security. Today, I'm not in your pocket, but I'm still all around you. My software helps run the infotainment systems in millions of cars. My security technology protects governments and corporations from cyber threats. I learned a hard lesson: innovate or fade away. I am a ghost in the machine now, a whisper of a bygone era. I am a cautionary tale for giants who think they're too big to fail. But I am also a symbol of resilience. I lost the throne, but I didn't vanish. I simply evolved. My name is BlackBerry, and while you may not hold me in your hand anymore, my legacy and my code live on. Thank you for listening to my story. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.